Cooking, cooking,
Cooking with Steve.
with
It's
Steve.
been a few months since my last video. I took a brief hiatus, and you may be wondering, where were you, Steve? We missed your videos so much. Well, I resumed my world travels to get an abundance of new recipes that I'd like to share with you all. As a matter of fact, I just got back from Washington, D.C. yesterday. My friend, the smallest of the small, little JJ, got married over the weekend in Washington, D.C. And I was down there, and we partied with some friends, and we discussed the show, as a matter of fact, and we've got all sorts of new ideas. One of the couples that I was having a conversation with down there may even join us for a surprise Christmas edition of Cooking with Steve. That all being said, let's get to it. What do we got today? We're going to do some chicken and waffles. I learned this recipe while traveling the world in Alaska and Russia. They do this pretty frequently. There's a guy named Vladimir Putin over in Russia. He's a crazy guy. Don't really know much about him. I met him. We had some adventures, but he showed me how he makes his chicken and waffles over in Russia, and we're going to do that today. Russian style chicken and waffles. Here we go. So we got a pack of thinly sliced chicken breasts that we're going to attack first. We're going to bake these. I have the oven preheating at 375, and now what we're going to do is put together a breading for this. We have an abundance of breadings and stuff that are just left over from other stuff we're going to mix together to make a nice little coating for our chicken breast. We're going to start with some yellow cornmeal, just a little bit, because that stuff gets kind of grainy. And then we're going to take just some regular traditional breadcrumbs, mix some of those in. This will be interesting. This is graham cracker crumbs. We're also going to put some of those in there. Give it a nice little crunch. And then we're going to finish it off with just some flour. This helps coat those areas the breadcrumbs don't get to. There is no real set amount of this that you need, but we got one pack of chicken, so that ought to do it. Into our breading, we're going to put some Slappy Mama seasoning, that is. We want to get that in there, make sure that tastes pretty good, and then also paprika, another one of my favorites. But oh, you might be wondering, that sounds kind of strange. That doesn't seem like it mixed with graham crackers. And then there we go, a little bit of pumpkin spice seasoning on top of there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to mix all this together, and we're going to bread our chicken. We're going to put our chicken on this sheet pan, and we're going to bake it for approximately 25 minutes at 375 degrees in the oven. So we will come right back when we're ready to throw these little bird breasts in the oven. Hello and welcome back. You may have noticed my hair is shorter since the last episode. I got it cut, and I've been told it's taken about 10 years off of my life. I mean, to clarify, makes me look approximately 10 years younger, that is. So we've got our chicken breaded, and I did grease up the pan just a little bit, not too much. We're going to throw that in the oven for about, we're going to start with 20 minutes. So throw the timer on for 20 minutes. Whoops. Like that, and then we're going to check it. It might need a couple more after that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our waffles together. So waffles are a thing I like to experiment with. Basic waffles are good, but we're going to try something a little different. That is a cornbread mix bag. We're going to dump that in there. This is some butter cake recipe mix. We're going to also add some of that. Like that. And then, and only then, we're going to add some actual waffle mix. We're going to do about a cup of waffle mix to go with that. So there's that. So we're now going to add our wet seasonings. Well, actually, hang on. We're going to put some pumpkin pie spice mix in there. I think that's good. It's fall now. So we're going to add that. And then we got one of these brown eggs. Funny story about these brown eggs. My beautiful wife, Stephanie the RN, she likes to eat organic sometimes. So, like, for example, we got these super expensive brown eggs. Well, they're not really that expensive, but they're like twice as much as the normal white eggs that I buy. And we have frequent discussions about these periodic organic shopping sprees we go on. I kind of equate it to a morbidly obese person going to McDonald's and getting a value meal and then finishing off with a Diet Coke. It doesn't make sense if you're only partially committing to it, but whatever. So let's grab some milk so we can add that to our waffle mix. We're going to start with a cup and then we're going to whisk it. Like that. So I will come right back after we're done whisking. Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Steve, episode number 1 of season 2. So, we have this thing of honey. There's maybe 1/6 of the thing left. We're gonna add some sriracha. This is gonna be, there's not much sriracha left, but this is going to be part of what we top our chickens and waffles with. So this is not necessarily a sweet dish, it's not necessarily a savory dish, but it's going to be a combination of the two. So that's going to be our topping right there. We also have a lot of regular honey that we're also going to use. So we're waiting now for our waffle maker to heat up. We have our waffle mix here. I did add about another 1/4 cup of milk, so that was a total of 1 1/4 cups of milk, 1 egg, and then those dry seasonings you saw me throw in there. We're going to make 4 waffles as we have 4 people that are eating tonight. We got 13 minutes left on the chicken. You may be wondering, what's been going on with you, Steve? It's been months since we've seen you. Well, let me give you an update. So, the beautiful Stephanie RN and I both have new positions. Bubba is training for 2 upcoming fights. Ava is now playing basketball. Little Alejandro decided he knew how to listen, so he's even back in kickboxing now. So fun things going on just everywhere. Speaking of fighting, I did get the pleasure of watching the Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm fight last night. Wow, she got a beating. I'm not going to act like I saw that coming because I didn't see it coming, but retrospectively, not very surprised. Anyway, we're going to come back here. Actually, let's go ahead and throw a waffle on. Let's just do this. Let's do this. Oh. So, the waffle maker's all heated up now, as you can see. We're going to take a cup here, scoop that, and throw that on the waffle maker. Close it, and let it cook. I will come back when we take all 4 of these waffles out, and then we'll come back for tasting time. Hello, and welcome back to Cooking with Steve. We just pulled our chicken out. Our waffles are complete. We're working on plating. I see, put some chicken on that one. And as you can see here, chicken looks really good. And it actually smells like a pumpkin pie in here from that pumpkin spice mix that we added into the waffle mix. So we're just cutting this up for ease of eating by these little babies. And we're plating it all up. Got a lot more chicken here. We actually probably don't need as much as we've got. But I just want to show you how to plate this. So we got this plate here. We got our special honey with the sriracha in it. We're going to go like that. And that's it. We're going to come back to you.
You have joined us for
tasting time on episode number 1 of season number 2 on Cooking with Steve. Ava, what do you think?
This is very good, Dad.
Thank you. Alex, why don't you take a bite?
Okay.
Chicken and waffles.
Mm.
You need to take a bite before you make your comment, please. Good camera, buddy.
Is it good?
Are you gonna make a comment? That was a lot of build-up. right now. Oh, that really is good. Russian chicken and waffles. I encourage you to try it yourself sometime. Please like, subscribe, and share this page or this video with all of your friends and anybody you come across. Thank you for watching today. And thank you for my beautiful cameraman, Mackenzie Nicole.
Cooking,
See you
cooking,
next time.
cooking with Steve.